Bunvenete in Romania, Sunta Casa. Or to put it another way, welcome to Romania, I'm home. So, what you can kind of see behind me in a very pixelated way, just try and pretend it doesn't look like that and I'm actually here, work with me, is our new stadium. It is, despite it being basically not your typical rundown Eastern European bowl, but not far off, it's still probably the best stadium we've been in on this tour. So don't be thrown by the blue colours back there either. We seem to play in red shirts. Blue, we have a blue third kit, but we play in red, and white is our second choice, and then blue. So I don't know why the seats are all blue. But anyway, we have had a bit of a look at the squad. I've come up with a tactic, but don't get too attached to these players. I'll explain why in a minute. Okay, this is our sort of team summary sort of page. You can see from the league table over here, we are 10th. We have a game in hand, which we were playing today against this lot, Universitatea Craiova second team. If we win our game in hand, we are only 2 points off of this little top 6 section, which is where we kind of want to be. This is a little bit of an odd league. As you can see, 20 teams in it. They play each other once, and then they split off. This top 6 go off their own way and play for promotion places. And I think that group probably plays each other twice when they do that. So they'll end up playing 39 or 29 games, or however much it is. I think they play each other twice, or maybe 4 times. I don't know. I didn't look at that bit. And then this lot, I think, play each other once each, and there's 14 of them, so they'll play 13 more games, and they end up playing 32, I think. I think that's how it works. We might have a look at the rules later. But anyway, if we can win today, we can get ourselves within touching distance of this top 6. And we only need to finish mid-table, so even if we drop into this bit, as long as we're quite good against the rest of these sides. Now, my own dear beloved Dinamo Bucharest are 7th, so we might have to disappoint them in order to get top 6. But, you know, that's football. You have to beat the teams you support sometimes. Apparently we did win our last game, admittedly against the team in 18th, but we are playing the team in 17th today, so who knows. And it is a home start, so that makes it a little easier. Now you can see here, our top scorers had only 3 goals after 15 games. That's not really good. That may be where the problem lies. Especially as we've actually got a +1 goal difference, so we're clearly not really scoring very many, but our defence seems to be solid. This lad, Kasim Underhoma, is our best player, fullback, although he's not going to be playing fullback for me, not in this first game. He wants to leave, but he is also on 1/10 of our wage bill, so maybe him leaving. And he's actually also from Comoros. You don't see many Comoros internationals in Romania, I'm sure, but yeah, he could be on his way out, because that would really help our finances, which, if I flick back here, as you can see, we're 5.7 million lei in debt at the moment, although we have made a profit this season, so, you know, it's looking up. We started the season quite well and have tailed off badly, hence the reason I'm here. Now, Dennis Beaker, from my view of the squad so far, 18 years old, potentially fantastic talent. If his physicals improve well, he's already got decent technicals and great mentals. And he is the one thing that allows us to put 9 men on the bench instead of 8, because there are some odd rules in this league, which I will show you here. Now, we're allowed no more than 2 non-EU players. That's fine. We probably won't be looking outside the EU. We need a minimum of 10 players trained in Romania before their 21st birthday. So kind of like the European squads that we've had in Luxembourg, we need players trained in Romania. But we also have to have one under 20 and or one under 18 player in the starting 11. And if we don't fulfil those, then we lose spots in the match squad and obviously have to leave places on the subs bench. Fortunately, like I say, Dennis Bika at the moment is our under 18 and therefore also fills the under 20 quotient. But this is also a very young squad. If I just sort it by age for the moment, you can see we have a few players over 30, but we only have 8 over 25 and indeed only 10 over 22, and this includes the under 19s as well at the moment. But we then have 52 players at the club who are 22 or younger, and even if I take the under 19s out, still oddly seem to have those greyed out players in there. We'll ignore them for the purposes of this experiment. Yeah, so we've got 28 22 or younger, only one of whom is actually 22, and only 10 older than that, of whom Popescu, Underhomer and Minkov all want to leave. So 3 of our established older players want out. Bika, not surprisingly, wants a better contract. So what we'll do is we'll see how that goes. I mean, the tactical familiarity, as you can see, is terrible. Talking of the tactics, this is what we're going with. Yes, it does look weird, I'll grant you. I've gone for 3 at the back because basically we don't really have much in the way of fullbacks. I mean, we do have Underhomer, who is naturally a fullback, but the left-hand side is pretty short on talent. To be honest, left side generally is short on talent. Leo here is in and he's not particularly great, but he is the best option we've got that's actually left-footed out there. We've got some right-footed players, but I don't really want an inverted winger. Although saying that, if I'm going to leave that gap there, maybe I could play an inverted winger there. The only thing I'm wary of is an inverted winger coming inside and then having absolutely nothing down this side to stop any counter-attack. So we'll go with that for the moment. But this is very much subject to change because I'll just show you the schedule. As you can see, we have this game one day after I've turned up, so an early test, and then we've got like 2.5 months off, during which the transfer window will no doubt happen. So the squad you see there might be very different the next time we play. I've got a lot of players who are not good and not going to be good, who we are looking to get off the books in order to try and, you know, not spend quite so much money, quite frankly. Obviously, we do have transfer budget. We do have plenty of room in the wage budget, but I don't really want to make this big red number even bigger and redder, to be honest. Anyway, that's basically the situation we are in. And now, let's see if we can improve our situation a bit. I've also got lots of job adverts out there for backroom staff, because they asked me beforehand if I wanted a bit of a budget to sort of sort out the backroom staff, and I sort of pretty much went through clearing out anyone I didn't think was good enough for the job. I have a certain level that I'm expecting people to be able to operate at, and a lot of them weren't at that. So hopefully we will be able to hire some better staff, and that will help. And the other thing that we do have at this club, and I think possibly for the first time in this, I don't know, maybe we had it before, but we are fully professional, so we do train all week. So there is a chance of actually improving people. Anyway, squad numbers will be given to 3 players. Okay. Right, here we go. This is Blaise Gloriei'S first ever managed game in Romania. Okay, let's do that. I mean, obviously, they're not going to respond to me. They don't really support me at all. Right, we are in, as I said before, I think in the last episode, in northeast Romania. So I would imagine this weather is coming straight off of Russia. So thanks for that, Russia. Yet another thing you've gifted the world. Oh yeah, haven't sorted out my set pieces yet. Now, Pervescu, referee, come on, he just pushed him over. Oh, hello. Pinto nips it back though. Okay, put your money on which way. What was that? Is a highlight? That's not even a highlight game. Nothing happened. Unless you're trying to highlight the fact that we gave the ball away several times and so did they. Oh my lord. A little bit casual there from Popescu. Just watching it hit his bar. Right, well, we start with a lot of possession, but we haven't done anything with it. And honestly, I don't know whether me demanding more is going to help. They seem to have reacted reasonably to it. And it's swung in, and Cyril Zabu gets the first goal of the Gloriei era at Botoșani. I think actually, whilst I was in Romania, I had the pleasure of watching Botoșani play live on TV. I don't remember what the score was. Got a feeling they lost. But yeah, so I have actually seen this team play. Oh, that was nicely done. Pervescu gets it in. Zabu, if he was onside, it's 2. Playing some beautiful stuff there. You might watch the replay of this again because this was actually worth seeing. Nedelea brings it down, plays it out sweetly to Pervescu, who finds the gap. Zabu knocks it in. I think Cyril Zabu is French. So what he's doing here is anyone's guess. But after a slightly shaky start, the boys seem to be playing quite well. Right, I know you're capable of better. Dennis Beaker is complacent. You need to butt your ears up. Come on. He is playing the Ungonch role, which is our sort of like creative linchpin. I mean, you can see from his technicals and mentals that he can be fabulously creative. And of course, to get sort of a bit of penetration in the box, we've got an advanced forward and we've got a shadow striker, which is Nedelea. Obviously 3 at the back and the 4 in midfield. So yeah, it's another formation that I've never really used before. Let's sort my chair out. So yeah, that's one of the things I do like about moving to a new side, is just sort of seeing if I can slot the players into a system that will work and doesn't necessarily have to be what I've used before. I mean, I know that 4-3-3 system does work. I use it quite a bit. Let's have a look. See, got anyone tired? Yeah, Jaffa is a bit tired. Now, I have to consult my list. Yeah, I think Oltian is our other cover central defender. Everyone else seems to be doing all right fitness-wise, so we'll do that. Yeah, but it's part of the fun of joining a new side is trying to figure out a tactic that will work with that set of players. Whether I'll then try and mould this squad into the sort of thing that I know will work. Ned layer over the bar. I'm not quite sure. We haven't been quite so good second half, have we? Really? Not really done that much. Let's see if we can. Ooh. Okay. Right, I'm just going to demand more because I think they slacked off a little bit in the last 10 minutes. I don't know, you don't like being asked to do more when you're 2-0 up. But right, just before we do this, we are gonna. I mean, we are already sort of like more disciplined, and we're quite defensively set up already. Because when I asked it for sort of like a hint as to, oh my word, Dinksy off the bar, as to what sort of tactics, it was quite clear that we were sort of like solidity first, and then we'll see if we can nick goals. So, and obviously, with my job not being sort of like to push for promotion and look good, it's probably better to try and be more stable at the back at the moment. Yeah, do seem to be determined to give away a goal late on though, so right. I'm going to shout at you to focus, which I know you don't like. No player does, apparently. Being asked to concentrate, very tough for a footballer, obviously. Don't even go there. You throw this away in injury time, I'm going to shoot the lot of you and replace you all. Why are we nervous here? This should not be nervous. This has been a comfortable cruise until you got to injury time. Good grief. Why do they do it to me? I'm an old man. I can't cope with this. Oh, yeah, obviously the one shot on target goes in. Standard operating practice for a Blaze Gloriei'S match. Still, it's a win, and we are now looking up this table instead of down it. Before we go, I just thought we'd have a quick look at the actual rules. So, this is the first section. We're due 52,500 lei, no matter where we finish. That'll be nice then. So yeah, as you can see, top 6 go into the Champions playoff. The rest go into the relegation group. They play each other once in this bit. So the Champions group, yes, they do play 10 games. Top 2 go up, next 2 go into playoffs against 2 teams from the division above, i.e. the top flight. Now, where are we? Results between teams separate. Okay. After all matches have been played only. Okay, right. So it's not going to do any of that separation before that. Right. Okay. And yeah, and then the relegation group. I said the relegation group. This is what? Oh, okay. Oh, I thought I'd seen this, and it said, I'm sure it said something different. But anyway, right. Okay. So the relegation group is then split off into 2 separate groups of 7. Play each other twice. Oh no, 6 games. Teams play each other once. So they only play 6 games in this second bit in the relegation group. And then bottom 2 go down. Is there any sort of like you take half the points? Oh, 100% of the points gained. Okay, yeah, right. Okay, so with that knowledge, that means that automatic promotion would be a stretch. We'd have to make up 8 points on FCU Craiova, and Ploiești are way clear at the moment. They're not going to be bothered by us. Now, hang on. Was there any sort of No, there didn't seem to be any sort of prize money for being there, did there? It was just a shot at that. But then we are only 3 points off of 4th, which is a playoff spot, with a team from Division 1. So that's an option. And as far as going down is concerned, see, we're not that far. I mean, it's all very tight around here. So we would like a few more points if we are going to finish bottom 14, or in this relegation group. We would like a few more points to give us a bit of a cushion for those last 6 games. Right, so we have 3 remaining games. Oh, away to 6th placed Miaven. That's a big game, because obviously if we beat them, we go above them. Away to 11th placed Corvinul Henedara. And home against the worst team in the division, FC Volontar second side. Yep, who have only 1 win at this point. So that's a nice one to have in the bank, as long as we're playing well and a decent side by that point. So I've got to basically build a team for this. So I've got a few decisions to make. Do I stick with this tactic and just try and improve the players who are in it? Or do I try and build something a little more normal, for want of a better word? It will depend obviously greatly on just how many deals I can do and whether I can ship a lot of people out that are just taking up space here and taking up money. And yeah, a lot to think about over the next 2.5 months. Obviously, when we come back, I'll update you on what's happened in the transfer window. We will play Miaven, and if we get time, we'll have a little bit of a look around the area and where we are. And I know we can get a little bit of a look inside the stadium, so we'll try and show you that as well. But that's it for now. Thank you for joining me here in my homeland. And like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you next time. La revedere.